You have written a very important letter to our Minister Piyush Goyal Sahab. So tell us about the letter, why you thought that it's a need right now to say this right now.
As all of you are aware that I'm talking only for Hindi film industry, not the South industry. I'm not an expert in that subject, but yes, this industry is crumbling, it's falling, and there are lots of issues, and it's not about blaming anyone, but there are issues because the times have changed, technologies have changed, the way people consume cinema has also changed. So there are some major problems, and I don't think any one individual or association can solve it. So when the Honorable Minister, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal ji spoke in that Startup Mahakumbh, I really liked what he said. He said that it's time that we focus on innovation, creativity and idea generation, and something of value which crosses the border of India and goes international. I have always believed, if you see all my talks, interviews, in all my films I have been saying only one thing, that India has the potential to become a creative hub of the world. And in today's time, I believe that entertainment and cinema especially can be the biggest soft power of the world. If you look at documentaries and read articles of all over the world of experts, you'll find that every single country, even during this trade war, every country is thinking how to use their soft power, cinema as their soft power. K-entertainment has become so big. So it's big opportunity. Our films are going global. We have such huge plethora of stories. So I thought if the government of India, especially, I didn't know that Commerce Ministry doesn't handle the commerce part of business. It comes under INB, my ignorance. I thought, but I can make a point. So my idea, there are 2-3 issues. Number one, the windowing. Today, India, whatever most of the content we produce is finally is owned by 2 American companies or 3 maximum. Or Netflix, Amazon or whoever. I'm not criticizing them. They are in the business. But what happens is when the audience knows that any film, whether it's 1,000 crore rupee film or 10 crore rupee film, within no time, within 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks, it will be available on OTT. You tell me, why will you go and spend 1,000 rupees in theatre? So what France has done, so in Europe what they realize that cinema not just an art, but it can be very powerful industry and soft power for a country. So they protected it. Like Britain made British Commission, Film Commission. All European countries have these commissions. Korean government supported K-entertainment. Chinese government supports their films, and Chinese films are bigger than us. Japan, society in fact supports cinema in very big way. So I said, if we can change the windowing, So in France what they have done is that, say for example Netflix, they say you cannot release a film before 16 weeks. But if they insist on releasing because it makes business sense to them, and there is no censorship on that business, they want to release it say in 12 weeks, 4 weeks ahead. So they have to give 25% of their revenue to the government. And then the government uses that money back, funnels it back into the industry. It's a very smart idea. So we need very small tweaking here and there, small ideas. If the cinema dies in India, it's like cricket dying. Bollywood and cricket, you understand. So Bollywood today can be a very big force, and my heart beats for it, and I want Hindi cinema, Indian cinema per se, should go global, and we should become one of the most powerful entertainment industries in the world. So that's why with that emotion I wrote to him, and I am very glad. A lot of people think governments don't react. Within no time I got a call from his office. Same evening, luckily, coincidentally, he was in Mumbai. I met him. He was so prompt that he asked me to send him a policy paper. I immediately submitted in the car coming back. I wrote it, sent it to him. I got a call from INB Ministry the other day, but I am leaving for US, so I will come back and then I'll meet them and I'll take it forward.
And what is mentioned in the policy, what you have mentioned now, and what additional things are mentioned?
Yeah, the same thing basically, couple of 2-3 more things. The ticket pricing. For example, in South you say films, so many people see films because the pricing is controlled. At 100 rupees you can go watch film. You see, whenever there is these multiplexes celebrate Cinema Day and they keep the pricing 100 rupees, you see every single house is full. Everybody, whatever the film, doesn't matter. If there are 3 films on that day, people go and watch all those films. Cinema in India should be the cheapest entertainment. Sadly, it's become elitist entertainment. And because it's become elitist entertainment, elites are watching it in their home, in air-conditioned homes. They are not going out. I think the single screen audience now has graduated to multiplexes, and that's a great window, great opportunity for us to capitalize on them by controlling ticket pricing. You tell me what kind of a fair practice it is if a 10 crore rupee film also costs 1,000 rupees and a 1,000 crore rupee film also costs 1,000 rupees. I don't understand what kind of business model is that.
You also mentioned that the producers are just changing, shifting from Indian cinema and going anywhere else, and it is a very dire situation.
Not just producers, you will see that the studios are also shutting their shops. There was a time when I knew at least 50 different independent producers who were producing at least 2-3 films in a year. Indian producer is being cannibalized, he's not there in the market. So he has shut shop. Most of the producers have gone into different businesses. Real estate, I said, because I know lots of producers who are doing real estate because they had big studios, big offices, and they are converting them into residential office spaces. But besides that, if you see a few years ago, there were so many studios. There was Eros, Ashtavinayak, Balaji, you name it, there were so many studios. Today we are left with none. In terms of studios, I don't know. There is Jio and there is Yashraj and Dharma, you can say in a way, but that is also, their model is different. They are very small studios in comparison to bigger ones. So today we are not at Z. Is also not in a very happy space, but I'm sure the way they are working, Subhash Chandraji is a very visionary person, so I'm sure they will make it big. But then it's very sad for the second largest film producing country, even a filmmaker like me has to struggle to count names,
And also in terms of actors, I mean, we have now you have mentioned that real making actors are there and they're only going to they're getting promoted, and
I see people who are working, people who are acting, they are not in this field making business, it's the people who don't have work, and unfortunately the people who don't have work is like 9 out of 10, and so what option are they left with? So they will end up making reels, and all the younger people, they are more interested in making reels, and when you make so many reels, when you are spotted all the times by paparazzi, it's a paid job. I'm totally against it. It's killing the industry. See, when an actor or a star is seen everywhere, in a restaurant, in a kirana shop, in airport, coming, going, everything, then you are reducing the status of a star from stardom to an influencer. Then you are competing with anybody who has got a phone and who's making reels, then you are one of them. There's no difference. And that's why you will see every Tom, Dick and Harry who has done nothing in life is also being spotted these days and is ha-hoo around them. So there is a certain way to revive the industry. Number one, actors have to believe they are actors. Stars are stars. And they are not influencers. This temptation to be on Instagram, seen all the times, your fashion, your clothes, what are you doing, where are you sleeping, who are you partying with, I think that is also a kind of has affected the industry. People say, oh, you are available and you are one of us, so I can go and abuse you whenever I want, I can write anything on your timeline. So I think that is something actors especially should hesitate from. Second thing is, if there are no films, there is no job. So if there is no job, then top 3, 4, 5 stars can afford to survive, but how will anybody else survive? So Instagram becomes a good model for getting brands and money. I understand that it's the logic from both the sides, but I think with a little motivation, little guidance and little a pat on the shoulder from the government, I think industry has little chance of reviving.
And you have already said the policies, and you said that start working on it, how long it will take to come in existence or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, it's not something. It's not going out on a date. You know that you agree or disagree within in 1 second. It takes time. There are lots of. It's a system, and there are regulations, and there are policies, and there are laws. But you start talking, you start negotiating. Sometimes what you want doesn't happen, and something else happens. Some third idea comes in. I don't know. I'm a very instinctive person. I I heard what he said. I liked what he said. It inspired me, and Mr. Piyush Goyal made an impact on me. So I said, okay, why not start a dialogue? And the dialogue started, and you are talking to me. People are talking about it. I got call from all the industry leaders, almost everybody who is concerned about the industry, not by the status, but anybody who's concerned. They called me, they spoke to me, we are talking, and hopefully at some time we will group in and we will make our point to the concerned authorities.
But meanwhile, what industry needs to do?
I don't know what industry needs to do. I am doing what I need to do. I invest a lot of time and money in research. I promote, encourage. I find talent, young talent, people who are nobodies. I just pick them up, give them work. I make films on subjects which have no reference point, so that way thematically we are innovating. With our very limited resources, we have to innovate in marketing also, because we are left with no money for marketing. So my films, the Delhi Files is coming now. So I'm thinking how to innovate so that बिना पैसे के कैसे फिल्म को मार्केट किया जाए, and we will achieve it. See, when I come from scarcity problem, so when you have scarcity, you find ideas, and that's, I think, is the biggest strength of India. Jugaad, people may ridicule Jugaad, but I think Jugaad is a very good thing. Some street smart people do that. We Indians are street smart people, and so we are doing Jugaad in our filmmaking all the time. Delhi Files, we knew that we need to create old Calcutta, old Bengal, Noakhali, Delhi of 46. We didn't have the resources, so we found out a Jugaad, and we innovated. Now it's a innovation in production design, and when you'll see the film, you'll understand how we manage at such little money, such kind of scale. So I think innovation and creativity, these are the two most important things film industry can help, can definitely do with.